Ah, Traveler, Paimon. As it happens, there is a letter here for you.
A letter? From who? Dear Diary, I'm Kale. I work as a trainee forest ranger under my master. I've been getting better and better at reading lately. Mr. Al-Haytham says that the written word is a crucial medium for exploring the world and understanding oneself. That said, what should I write about? Things are pretty quiet in Sumeru. When I think back to the days when I suffered from Elazar, or way back to when I was injected with God remains, I'm in a much... I'll leave it there for now. Master said he'll take me shopping in Sumeru City today, which is great, because I've been meaning to visit the toy seller at the Grand Bazaar.
Kale.
Yes, Master! Huh?
What's wrong, Kale? Is there something on my face?
No, sorry. I didn't mean to stare.
Master Tainari? What are you talking? Tainari is the General Mahamudra. He's probably busy arresting criminals in
Wait, Master Tainari is the General
sorry? Oh, you mean that guy who just joined the Vahumana Darshan? Rumor has it he's the leader of the Temple of Silence. Sounds like you've been getting to know more and more people since you joined the academia. That's great, but don't let your Forest Ranger duties fall by the wayside.
What's going on? Sethos is acting like he's my master. And if so, it's a weird choice of prank. But anyway, Sethos doesn't look like—
Hey, you're zoning out again. I'm gonna buy some tools for the Rangers. Why don't you stretch?
Wait! He's right. It has been a while since I last visited Sumeru City. Was it always like this? I mean, it feels familiar, yet somehow— Is this really Sumeru City?
Walk by? I think she's that famous Merc.
Hey, it takes courage to maintain a peaceful life, too.
How will I ever save enough money to buy that custom?
I heard that Sage disappears.
Lord Kabe Bay, did you get a chance to review this month's account?
You mean the version you sent over a few days? I was thinking that maybe our profit margin is a little excessive. I visited some of our commercial partners last month. Their earnings are very—
Are you suggesting that we give up some of our profits?
Well, since we have more than we need, yes. Making money for its own sake is pointless. Don't worry, I've already planned for it, and the numbers look fine. Also, about that designer you hired, I've had to revise his proposal 3 times now, but he just doesn't seem to— Let's cut our losses. Pay him his fee and send him on his way. I'd like you to get Layla on this instead. She was Cyrus's student, and she designed the Palace of Alcazar-Zare. Who's sneaking around over there?
Mr. Kavik?
Do you recognize this person, sir?
Yes, it's all right. We've met. This is Kale, Sethos' trainee. What brings you to the city, Kale?
No, this is all wrong! This can't be real. I have to ask someone else. There's gotta be someone else out there who still remembers—
Hey, wait! Don't run off! How strange. What's gotten into—
It's like everyone switched places. I guess I'll keep looking around.
Would you like a cup of coffee? Students are under so much pressure.
Lots of visitors today, I see. Welcome all.
Hey, Rahman. You know that guy who sells face powder on Treasure Street? I haven't seen him around.
Oh, you mean a Hongar? Yeah, he got into a brawl with Shavirme on Treasure Street. He's been banned from setting up shop there for now.
Seriously? Oh, well, that's a shame. I was planning to...
Oh, don't worry about it.
The legendary Flame Mane discussing makeup with the Zubair Theater star dancer. Now there's something you don't see every day.
Flame Mane? You know, I'm not actually sure when people started calling me that. Maybe the other Eremites thought I needed a fiercer title to scare people. To be completely honest, I think the title would fit you better than me, Dia.
You think? Can't say I've never imagined myself as a merc. If I ever give up the dancing, maybe I'll head to the desert.
You would?
Is that so strange?
Oh, not at all. In fact, I've actually had similar thoughts before. If I ever get tired of sleep, I've adored the dance of Sub-Zeros ever since the first time I saw you perform it.
Really? If our manager said, hey, when that day comes, I'll do your makeup myself.
Sure. If the day comes, I'd be...
Everyone I know, everything I've ever known. Suddenly it's all a jumbled mess. The question is, who's right? Them or me? Oh, my head feels so heavy. I can't think straight.
All right, not a single more what a relief. I was worried the design fees I received this month. Well, next time, don't. Yeah, but what about... Well, I guess I should be... Once I've... True?
Mahamatra Tainari, we've apprehended the
They say that the fool is prone to blind faith, but the wise... Siraj, do you have anything...
Tainari, you were the one who turned the sages against me. Just a few words of caution, and now you're trying to stop me again? You should know that mechanical life is the future!
That's enough. I'm not in the mood to listen to your lunacy. Anyone could tell you how... Karina, Ilias, put him somewhere safely out of the way.
Yes, sir.
Next on the agenda is... What is it? Wait, did Professor Zahahati send you? She's been encouraging me to take on an apprentice. Might be getting a...
No, Master, it's me. Listen to me. Something really weird is going on in Sumeru City. You're not the General Mahamatra. You're a forest watcher. Just yesterday, we agreed to come to Sumeru City today to...
All right, there's no rush. Your name is Kale, correct? Although this is our first meeting, you do seem strangely familiar somehow. Is there...
No. Master!
What is it? Did you have another nightmare? I've told you before, when you're tired, lay down on your back in bed and get some proper sleep. It's much better for you than napping on your front. Now, we're supposed to go shopping in Sumeru City today, remember? Go wash your face, take some deep breaths, and...
Okay. Thanks, Master Tainari.
And yet, dreams can sometimes be a warning of things... That dream felt unusually real, didn't it? Here's my suggestion. Since you're... And just to be on the safe side, I think you should also inform your 2 traveler friends who once helped save Sumeru. Time is short. A storm is coming from beyond the back...
What a strange situation. Imagine waking up one day to find that everything around you has changed. You might... Let's get to Sumeru and find out what the heck is going...
Master! Paimon! Thank goodness. I'm so glad you made it.
Of course! We won't let anything happen to you, Kale. So,
Yeah, I was just after I wrote my letter. Master and I went to Sumeru City and told the Dendro Archon everything that I experienced. She was silent at first. It seemed like she was deep in thought. Then the next day, we got told
the entire population...
Not just Sumeru City. The evacuation also includes Lokapala Jungle. Basically, everyone living in the rainforest must temporarily relocate to Caravan.
Holy smokes! It's crazy!
Yes, it's quite an operation. Even if people only bring the bare essentials, they've requisitioned almost all the Sumpter Beasts in Sumeru for the task, including the entirety of Dori's Sumpter Beast Park. The Dendro Archon said that what Kale experienced was after our meeting, she immediately summoned the 6 sages to analyze the situation and discuss countermeasures. They concluded, please keep that to yourself. We don't want to cause... The official reason they've given is a large-scale renovation of the rainforest ecosystem. People are skeptical, but they're...
The Dendro Archon seemed really worried when we spoke to her. She also said she'd hold out until the very end.
Tighnari? Kale? You got a minute?
One moment. I'll be right there. As a forest watcher, I've been tasked with assisting with the relocation work. There's a lot to be done, and this will be the final group of evacuees from Sumeru City. While they're away from home, they'll be heavily reliant on outside. Thank you for coming in our time of need. As you can see...
Excuse me. Sorry to trouble you, but could you help an old man?
Where's my mom? Where did she go?
Don't worry. Those items are worth a small fortune.
I bet you thought you'd get away with this in the chaos, huh? Guess...
We should go help the evacuees.
I'm so glad that you believed me and came all this...
Don't worry. We may not know exactly what's going on yet, but goodbye!
Will do.
Paimon's not sure how she found the words to comfort Kale, but let's head to the Sanctuary of Surus...
Who goes there? No one off.
Are you blind? It's the Traveler and Paimon. Surely you've seen them before.
Huh? Oh, so it is. I'm sorry, I haven't been sleeping well lately. The Dendro Archon is in a very vulnerable state at the moment. Mahamatra Sino is concerned that...
Just seeing you two again already puts our minds at ease. Please, enter. I'm sure
Traveler, Paimon, you made it.
Aha! Perfect timing. Reliable.
Oh, it's good to see everyone again. Kale, what kind of danger is Sumeru City in exactly? And...
At this stage, we can't be certain.
I take it that Kale told you about...
Yeah. Apparently, everyone in Sumeru City...
That's right. Kale and Tighnari reported the situation to the Dendro Archon.
It's a reasonable inference. Only through Irminsul can people's memory and cognition be so...
We don't know why Kale would dream of these things, nor who was trying to warn her. The Dendro Archon decided to connect to Irminsul to investigate more thoroughly.
Irminsul is connected directly to the ley lines. The tree serves as a central hub where the ley line... But something has gone awry, severely compromising the information is bottlenecking inside Irminsul, hampering the ley line's flow. If this continues, new information will languish unrecorded, with existing records thrown into disarray.
In short, the souls of the dead will be stranded, while the living have their sense of reality warped. In the long run, Kale's dream could well become a reality. And that's just the beginning.
I have come this far to use my death to open the gates of the ley lines to my people.
Faced with a growing backlog of information, the Dendro Archon decided to connect herself directly to Irminsul and take over the record.
But it is an almost impossible task. Individual brains aren't equipped to deal with the sheer volume of knowledge. And for God,
The Dendro Archon's power originates from Irminsul. On top of that, she's subjecting herself to the grueling task of processing all. And despite all of this, she is somehow finding the strength to investigate the—
I finished analyzing the latest data. Looks like our working theory was wrong. There's no signs of Irminsul having been attacked.
So it's internal then? Some sort of disease, perhaps? No. I've spent half my life...
Sino? What is it?
Not long ago, I got a tip from the Corps of 30 that a large number of unidentified merchant caravans had recently been spotted entering Sumeru. At first, I suspected that they might have something to do with all this, so I sent some people to investigate. But if
Don't you think there are more important things to worry about right now than guessing? It's been over 12 hours with no new intel. If even the Keeper of Irminsul is this badly affected, you can imagine how bad things are in there.
Dendro Archon!
Nahida!
What's wrong?
Her breathing is weak, and her—
Looks like it's time to move to the backup plan.
What's the backup?
Get out of the city and take the Dendro Archon. The entrance to Irminsul is directly beneath the sanctuary of Surasthana. That means this is ground zero if any—
The Dendro Archon has a very strong connection to Irminsul. But theoretically, under normal circumstances, she could unleash her full power here. But with Irminsul out of control, our first—
The situation is critical. There's no time to deliberate. Everyone in agreement?
I'll deal with it. I'll also let the Matra and the Corps of 30 know to start evacuating.
Let's go. No sense grieving when there's nothing more we can do.
Agreed. We'll be back as soon as this is—
The last group of civilians has been safely evacuated. Dendro Archon's carriage will travel with them. Sino and Hat Guy will protect the convoy. With the Dendro Archon in a coma, and with Irminsul still deteriorating, we have no choice but to—
Stop moaning, Cyrus. We're the teachers here. We should be showing a little more confidence, don't you think?
A wise judgment.
Let's move out to Caravan Rebot.
Sir, all units are in position.
Good. Everything is going to plan. Interfering with Sumeru City is a necessary step, so do not hesitate. The Irminsul situation will— We need to speed things up here, too. We don't—
No, sir. You have my word. everything will be completed.
They say that fervent ambition attracts the favor of the gods, and with it, but we appear to be the exception. So, is our ambition not strong enough? Or does it threaten the very foundation?
How is the Dendro Archon?
Her breathing is steady. I prepared some therapeutic incense for her, but it hasn't. Her vitals are still very weak. Based on the information you've provided, I have a working hypothesis. Her condition is partly due to Irminsul's influence, and partly due to a physiological imbalance caused by the rapid elemental energy usually flows through the body at a relatively constant rate. The body grows accustomed to this rhythm, so...
Is this similar to the ley lines? Overloading and withering both directly affect their vitality.
Correct. From a biological perspective, if you overexert yourself, you pay the price with your life. The Dendro Archon is not only drained of power, but her life force is at a critically low level.
Is there any way to restore her? I know the ley lines have strong self-healing abilities. As long as any blockages or pollutions are dealt with, they can quickly regain their vitality.
Before we think about that, there's a bigger predicament to resolve. Restoring the Dendro Archon's power requires us to heal Irminsul first. But that will be extreme.
Paimon's up. Master Tighnari and Cyno look so serious.
Tighnari.
Master Nephis, sages.
Tighnari, haven't seen you in ages. Have you gotten taller? Or did your ears get longer?
Hopefully the former, Uncle Baladuri.
Cyno, where's Professor Cyrus?
He went out into the wild to investigate the situation. He said that the Irminsul and...
He shouldn't be trotting around alone at his age. Which way did he go?
Would someone mind introducing us?
Ah, yes, of course. I'm sure we're all familiar with the Traveler and Paimon. They're the heroes who helped foil Azar's These gentlemen and I are the 6 current sages of the Academia. Balduri and I are part of the Old Guard, while the other 4 took office after Azar and his clique. We have Sage Alkindi of the Spantamad Darshan, Rataoist Sage Shakir, and finally Haravatat Sage Rusht.
Nice to meet you all!
I've heard much about you. Delighted to finally meet you in person.
You're younger than I imagined for someone with the power to stand up to fate itself. Thank you.
Once we're on the other side of this, could we get a photo together? My daughter has a friend named Isak. He's always talking about...
Of course! No true hero would deny a child their wish.
Back to business. So with the Dendro Archon currently in a coma, the people have taken temporary refuge at Caravan Rebot. We need to come up with a plan as soon as possible. For Nas.
Well, firstly, having reviewed the data, I'm inclined to agree with your assessment. This doesn't look like an attack on Irminsul from the outside. Rather, it resents... That being said, before we consider how to fix it, we need to understand precisely what has gone wrong. Furthermore, we somehow need to ascertain this without relying on the Dendro Archon's power.
We have no direct access to Irminsul. However, we might be able to gather the information we need from the ley lines. Study the branches to learn about the trunk, in other words. Wait, is that what Cyrus is up to? No wonder he ran off to research in the wild. Karsa's always one step ahead of me, isn't it?
I heard that while in the sanctuary of Surasthana, the Dendro Archon had to serve as the central information hub herself. This is a clear sign the situation Irminsul is vital, not just to the safety of Sumeru, but to all of Teyvat. We must be the ones to bear
Are you saying we should consider a scenario in which...
I'm merely pointing out that the...
You have a valid point. But until worst comes to worst, I believe we should focus our efforts on resolving the Irminsul anomaly.
And Kale, I understand that you were the first to foresee this crisis.
Of course. But even I don't know how I can.
If there are no signs of external damage, could it be a stress fracture? Metals tend to suffer from this issue with long-term use. And Irminsul...
It's possible, but surely a stress fracture would be more likely to cause a complete shutdown rather...
Sages. General Mahamatra. Sorry to interrupt.
What happened?
Some citizens didn't believe that Sumeru City was really in any danger. They slipped away.
How many people are we?
About a dozen. Sakura found them while on patrol, but they appeared to be suffering from psychosis. For whatever reason. By the time we arrived, there were only 2 survivors. One was unconscious from the...
Where did this happen?
Near Yasna Monument.
That's not far from
Master.
I know. The Irminsul anomaly is beginning to have effects in the world. I didn't expect it to spread to Yasna Mountain.
Sir Cyrus said the same thing. He sent me back to report in.
I'll go join him.
Count me in too. Don't let my age fool you. I can still fend for myself.
Very well. Meanwhile, the rest of us will continue discussing our next steps.
Get back soon.
Take care of yourselves. It's...
Please, don't go any further. As you get closer to Sumeru...
So this is our mentally
I'm going to gut you all!
Cyrus, you didn't even bring a single guard? Do you think you're
It's fine. Come here and look at this.
Oh! It's...
That's right. Flowers that bloom from openings in the ley lines, indicating...
I don't believe I've ever seen a color like this before.
Did you discover it nearby?
Not just here. Way over there, too. They're everywhere. There's even more...
How did you ascertain the situation further ahead? Didn't you just say that we can...
Yes. This area is relatively safe so far. But if you continue... However, some vision-bearing mercenaries were able to maintain their sanity a little better. They're the ones who brought back news from further afield.
Sino, do you remember the class I taught on dissecting ley line?
I do, Professor. I received full marks in that course.
Good. After all these years, it's time to put that knowledge into practice. There must be anomalous information hidden within these blossoms. Alkindi, I'll need your help as well. Been a while since we worked on a project?
Sure has. Well...
Anything we can do to help?
Will you need my help?
All right, well, don't go too far.
Let's regroup at Caravan Rebot later. Don't worry if you don't show up.
That should be the heart of Oasis. All we need to do is light it with the fire seed, and it'll restore a pep with elemental power. The damage it suffered internally will also slowly begin. What is it? You thought of some... Really?
Whew. Glad to see you've returned.
Any longer and we would have gone out looking for...
Well, this is a nice surprise. Paimon...
We've made some progress, so let's start by giving you and...
By dissecting the ley lines blossoms, we've been able to deduce that although Irminsul is experiencing an anomaly, the Dendro Archon has the power to connect to Irminsul. But there's also another way.
Devices? Oh, wait. You mean...
The Akasha terminal?
That's right.
Of course! It's been so long, Paimon almost forgot all of...
Yes, but although the system isn't currently operational, and it turns out that a certain someone gets so bored at work that he's actually read through every single one of the instruction manuals.
No prizes for guessing who that was.
If praising others is that embarrassing for you, you can simply spare yourself the ordeal.
As much as it pains me to say anything nice about him, there's no The Akasha is exactly what Sumeru needs at this moment. Between us, we should have all the knowledge and expertise we need.
But if I recall correctly, doesn't the...
That's exactly right. The Akasha relies on the Gnosis as a power source, and in its absence, we'll need to find an alternative.
Namely, to the Temple of Silence. Ring any bell? It's the only major institution in Sumeru dedicated to preserving the knowledge of King Deshret's civilization.
I agree. There's a...
Master Nephis and the other sages have discussed it. As the chaos from Irminsul continues to spread, Caravan Reba, we have to move into the desert next. The scholars and sages will head to the Temple of Silence.
The Eremites will keep everyone safe during the journey, and Candace will be there to receive us at the village.
This leaves us just one thing to...
That Dendro Archon.
She's very weak. We can't afford to wait...
Well, luckily, the Traveler had a
Really?
Wow, nice one, Traveler.
What say our Amorta experts?
Theoretically, it's feasible. From what you're saying, although elemental life and elemental energy have their differences, the Dendro Archon has explicitly stated that she can imitate the power of the former. In which case, as long as a Pep is willing, she should be able to convert her own power into a form that the Archon can use.
It wouldn't be difficult for her at all. The only problem is convincing her to help.
Yeah! Even though she wasn't exactly friendly the last time we met, she didn't refuse to talk with us. When she realizes the danger that Nahida is in, surely she won't turn...
Either way, we're not exactly spoiled for choice here.
Hey, it's better than having no options at all.
I agree. Without Irminsul's aid, the legendary Dendro Dragon Apep may well be the only living thing in Sumeru who can There's no time to lose. I'll bring this proposal to Master right away. The academics will go to the Temple of Silence to look for a solution to the Akasha problem. The Eremites will escort the civilians safely to Aru village.
There's still a long road ahead, and no knowing if we'll make it.
If there are no objections, then let's proceed. But before we adjourn, I would like to leave you all with some no matter the distance between us. There will always be an invisible force tying us together. May the bonds forged in the past...
Is that from King of Invocation?
No. This one's from King of Invocations, the sequel.
What's the difference?
The sequel's much cooler.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, it was very apropos. Once this is all over, I'll give everyone a copy of King of Come on, let's get...
Tighnari has brought me up to speed. I approve of your plan, but we can't proceed with everything right away. The people need to rest. For many of them, this will be You two, please go on ahead with the Dendro Archon. Let's rendezvous.
No problem. Wait.
Words can't express my gratitude. So let me just say,
All right, let's get going. If Paimon remembers
Traveler, Paimon.
Kale.
Well, Master Tainari once told me, after you raise a problem, you should think about how to resolve it. But ever since I had that dream, I tried my best to keep up with the conversation, but there was so much new information.
Paimon knows but fear not. Everything you need to know is right here in Paimon's notes. Sumeru chapter. It's got tons of info about all the things we've seen and heard on our adventures. Some parts are a little simplified, but hopefully it all makes sense. You see? Being the greatest guide in Tibet isn't just a fancy title. Paimon doesn't always understand the things you're talking about with other people. Whenever that happens, she notes down the confusing parts and goes,
Oh, this is perfect.
Sure. Matter of fact, you can keep it if you want. The spare copy was originally meant for the traveler. Paimon used to worry that one day he might not need a guide anymore, so but it doesn't seem so necessary nowadays. We have so many more places to see together.
Thank you so much. But still, these are your treasured memories. Anyway, that was all. I won't keep you any longer.
See ya! All right, time to bring the Hida to see a Pep. Let's hope that old grouch is in a negotiation. Hey? Actually, never mind. In a Pep size, Nervalet's probably one of those dragons who's grown too close to humankind. They might end up fighting for all we know.
I had a feeling your kind might come calling. The ley lines are in disarray. Something has gone wrong with Irminsul. Even from a great distance away, I can sense that Sumeru is headed for destruction. You who took our home from us, prepare to watch as your own world is plunged into oblivion.
This isn't a joke, Pep. Nahida's in grave danger.
Is she now? Then do explain. For what reason should I lend Buer my assistance?
Apep, if you truly despise gods and well, after the great humiliation of being helped by a god in the past, shouldn't you be jumping at this chance to balance the scales?
Now that is a compelling reason. When El Ahmar plotted against me and I was tortured by forbidden knowledge, it was Buer who saved me from— And though I regard with shame the pity of my enemies, to receive aid without repaying it would likewise tarnish a dragon's dignity. Oh, tiny Buer, puny humans. Just this once I shall deign—
Whoa! It's happening again! We're gonna get sucked in!
It is done. The heart of Oasis is supplying her with life force as we speak. But I should warn you. Buer's existence is closely intertwined with Irminsul. Unless the issues plaguing it are resolved, she will— Spare me your words of gratitude. You may also spare me your feigned concern. A dragon's sovereign's power is far greater than you can imagine. While I was indeed weakened when the heart of Oasis ran dry, providing tiny Buer with a morsel of my life force shall have little consequence.
Oh, good to hear.
Ever held in high favor, I see.
Oh, well...
The compliment was sincere. I did once. That tree was not planted by the heavenly principles. Irminsul existed.
What?
There was a time when it belonged to Tavad, to Dragonkind. Its appearance and function then differed greatly from today. The ley lines flowed with an abundance of a familiar, primitive form of elemental energy. The heavenly principles usurped and refashioned Irminsul, made it serve humanity, and used it to anchor the fate of the world. Heavenly principles, God of gods. It makes me sick. The enmity between your kind and mine can never... As things stand today, holding a grudge against you would serve no purpose. But there will come a day when we reclaim this world for ourselves. I can already sense that far away from here, the Hydro Dragon has... But we have yet to meet. I know that we are both preparing...
Uh-huh.
I hear a great disturbance.
Huh? What?
Sandstorms come. The Jinn. Another calamity approaches. Booer is safe with me. Once she has recovered.
Oh, thanks again.
I told you already I have no...
Nahida! You're awake!
Cease your interrogation. Yes, she awoke for a brief moment, but take it. We shall talk more at another time.
Where the heck are we? Did you just dump us in the middle of nowhere? Wait. No. Paimon remembers now. The Temple of Silence is over that way. Come on, let's go find the others.
There's no need for everyone to stay here. I'll protect the sages.
Yes, Mahamatra-san.
Sino! What's going on?
You're back. How is the Dendro Archon?
What a relief.
It's the Jinn. Countless Jinn have stirred up violence. Tainari and Kale have returned to Aru village to help. The Jinn are being highly aggressive.
It's just one thing after another. Where did all of them come from anyway? In all my trips to the desert, I've never seen anything like...
As I see it, the only possible candidate is Gurabad.
Gurabad?
Baladuri could explain in more detail if he were here. All I know is a rumor I've heard about from previous trips to the desert. Supposedly, a great number of dormant Jinn lie sealed beneath that city.
Gurabad is, for me, a fated land. I must therefore return back to this city. my master. I am sorry that I couldn't stay by your side for long, and that I could not have more time to get familiar with you.
Laylapar. Yeah, we once said goodbye to a friend there. Well, maybe not a friend. If we can find a way to wake her up, maybe she can...
Well, be careful. You may find there's more than just the Jinn to worry about.
You mean, there are other
It's a sensible assumption to make. The moment we arrived in Caravan Rebod, the Irminsul anomaly started spreading in that direction. To call it a coincidence would be a stretch.
Don't worry, we've gotten a lot stronger since our last...
It appears the monsters native to the desert have been stirred by the...
You should get going. We'll take care of things here. You too.
Don't do anything too risky. You got it?
Jinn are swarming out of Gurabad! Looks like our leader's right! Let's get inside and see what's going on! Let the show begin. Nasty temper. Closing in. I'll protect us. Oh. They just keep coming! How many of these things are there? We'll never take them all out! Let's just head further inside for now!
Target spotted! All units at the ready.
The Fatui? They must be using this place as a stronghold! Are they the ones behind all this?
Surrender.
There's nowhere to hide!
Closing in! Let the show begin.
Blazing light!
Didn't take too long.
Fly. Fighting Jinn with one hand and Fatui with the other? This is pure chaos!
Blazing light!
Up and away!
Honed in flame!
Let's dance! Butterfly! Strange machine? Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that that's the thing wrecking Gurubad and setting all those dangerous Jinn free!
The target has reached the core zone. Requesting backup. Repeat, requesting backup.
Backup en route! Stop him at all costs!
Do it.
Adventure time! Let's light it up!
You're pretty son.
La 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 la. Let the show begin. Nice one, Traveler! Let's keep going! Jim's gone kaput! Now we can finally...
It seems my subordinates failed to stop you in your tracks.
Apologies, sir.
There is no need to apologize. You did well to hold your ground against such a powerful adversary.
So, you're in charge here, huh? First the problems with Irminsul?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. I assume you aren't naive enough to expect...
Oh, this guy is so... However you want to spin it, you're clearly involved in this somehow. So you can either start talking, or will it... Let's get him! Traveler? What's wrong?
You're remarkably calm. Some would act more rashly upon finding the ringleader all alone. But you keep your...
Did you show yourself just to say that?
Is this you trying to take back control of... I am here merely to indulge my own curiosity. Your names are well known.
Hey! Don't treat us like we're
for some kind of
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. You seem rather... I'm quite aware that you are both heroes of great renown. You have resolved crises. I've been following your adventures with great admiration. My own...
What do you mean, admiration?
I don't see why. We may happen to occupy opposing sides, but there is no cause for deep-seated enmity between us. To respect one's enemy...
Well, now that you're observing us up close...
I've observed as keenly as I can. Yet, while I endeavor to understand your true violence is not my area of expertise either. So, you see, I would much rather converse with you like this than determine a victor with the edge of a blade. Besides, I've heard that even 3 moons in the sky fail to eclipse your brilliance. I know better than to bite off more than I can chew.
3 moons?
So you have a connection with the Harbinger, the Doctor.
Well deduced. Our commander, Dottore, died in Nod... Look at me. I almost divulged more than I should.
What are you after? Revenge for Dottore?
I've said quite enough, I believe. There's no point in continuing this conversation, except to say, I've noticed that you seem to know your way around here quite well.
Ugh.
I'll take that as a yes. Then I'm sure you'll have heard the story of this place. It was right here that Lilupar once helped the wise to ascend to the throne. But from that moment on, every king who sat upon it, these degenerate rulers lost control over their nation, and with it...
What are you trying to say?
I once admired you for your adventures. That is the earnest truth. But it appears to me that your journey serves ultimately to uphold the rules of... Are these rules truly just? Does the heavenly principles rule with wisdom or folly? And how can we be sure that the 7 who wield authority over the world will...
Do you seriously think you're gonna convince...
Convince you? I'm sure my commander already... If a few words from a stranger were enough to make someone completely change their stance, it would only prove that they never had a firm will to begin. I am merely stating my position, so that we might understand each other better. One's enemy in the present may not necessarily... As for what game I'm playing here, I'm simply but... It was a wise decision not to attack me immediately. Since you did not fall for my ambush, I will now have to ask those in hiding to reveal themselves.
Leave this to us, sir.
Very well. I trust you to do what is necessary. Sumeru City, Irminsul.
Hey! Stop right there! Don't you...
All units, stop them! Protect the...
Did you hear that? He mentioned Sumeru City and Irminsul! He definitely knows something! We can't let him get away! Get rid of these pesky soldiers! Quick!
Rear guard to the front! Don't let them through!
Up and away!
Everybody stand back!
A new dawn rises! Blazing light!
Did it take too long?
Let's dance!
Get that thing in position!
Let's light it up! Off we go! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Honed and fled!
Something's off. Grounded. For good.
Just a little longer!
Everybody stand back!
Honed in flame!
We finally beat them! That mysterious guy can't have gotten far! Let's catch up with him!
Let's dance.
Let the show begin. Found him!
You're very persistent.
Hey, you! Stop running and explain. What's this?
Relax. A small trap. The sandstorms from Gurabad will die down soon enough, but this small window of... Don't be discouraged. I knew that someone would come here of where to chat with you, which door to exit from, even which mechanism to wait by for you. I thought through every detail. You, meanwhile, know nothing of who I am. So far, you've only heard, but not to worry. This is only our first meeting.
Just answer me one last question. Why do you continue to—
Follow isn't quite the right word. Let's just say even those you see as villains have their friends, even if they aren't the most sincere. When any set of rules is established, there will be those who benefit and those who lose out. People will do anything to justify what they have gained or escape from the hardship and... Neither he nor I are tolerated by the rules of this world. We were both searching for a new order. Our ideas of the final form that should take may have differed, but our journeys took a share. Goodbye, Traveler and Paimon. I wish you a timely escape, albeit not too soon. I will need a little more.
Hey! Come back! Wait, this dark wall. We've seen these on our adventures. I'm sorry. She shouldn't have jumped the gun.
Sino and his team are guarding the north. We'll take this side.
There's so many Jin. Don't fret. I am well prepared for this situation.
Huh. So you have a solution?
Perhaps you're unaware that I have a trusty genie partner of my own, Plumpy. If I send her to negotiate with the others, this... Off you go, Plumpy. Come on, what's the holdup? 5,000 more. 20,000 Mora. 100,000 Mora. Final offer.
Ah, so she's a hired partner.
Hired partners are reliable too. Plumpy here is a highly skilled negotiator. You'll see. Just a few words from her and... Plumpy! Don't you Jin have any respect for the rules? This was supposed to be a negotiation! You wanna play rough? You can play it...
Looks like it's up to us now. Be careful.
Yes, Master.
You know, this reminds me of when you first arrived in Avidia Forest. You were trying to help a child retrieve a lost toy when you stumbled upon Spino Crocodile territory by mistake.
Yeah, I remember. Our first time fighting side by side.
Fighting side by side? I seem to recall swooping in to rescue you with a team of forest rangers.
Please stop.
Can't see? Keep up. And shroud! Can't see?
There's too many of... I can't believe I used 12 rare items in one battle. Ugh. I shudder to think how this is going to affect this month's accounts. The sight of that glaring deficit might be more than my...
Tighnari, how's the situation on your end?
We held the line, though it was a close call. But it looks like they're
They've breached our defenses in the south. The Jinn are pouring in.
We're hemmed in. This is getting precarious. Our margin for error just got a...
That's why we wanted to confirm your status. We need to consider our next move carefully.
Bad news! Another line of defense has been breached.
Kale, go with them and assess the situation. Dora...
But Master! Even when...
This is not a discussion, Kale. Don't worry about us. She clearly still has plenty of tricks left.
Wait! You can't pin all your hopes on me! Oh, great. I've almost run out of the things I brought with me, and the rest is back at the caravan. Master!
Need any help?
Huh?
What is it, Kale?
If things continue like this, it won't be long before Aruville...
I don't care! Whoever...
The only one who can help is you. I am merely here to... I am a spirit created at the beginning. I am
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. You don't need to understand it.
Watch out! Jinn!
I am a spirit
Here goes nothing! I am a spirit, created at the beginning.
I am a flickering illusion.
I am a flickering illusion. What's wrong, Plumpy? I've never...
But...
Do you know what Kale is
I am the shimmering light that flows from the eyes of the Creator.
I am the shimmering light that flows from the eyes of the Creator!
It's a song composed by the goddess of flowers. But very few records of it remain, even in historic... Is Kale an avid...
Not to my knowledge.
The Jinn have actually quieted down. Although... Oh, it's more than that.
Clearly the songs left by the goddess of flowers have a soothing effect.
Really? Let me try. Don't stay away! I'll stop!
It seems like the song only works when
Kale.
Any luck?
When I heard that loud rumbling in the distance, I thought the shifting sands had bust open the gates to some ancient treasure.
Huh? Wait! That sounds like...
It's been a long while. Did you miss me?
Jet! Ben!
Let's save the catching up for later. First, I gotta get you guys out of there. This should be the right mechanism. Ben, can you handle it? There we go. Come on, let's leave this place.
Fatui sure made themselves scarce. It's like...
The Fatui?
Yep. No idea what they're planning this time.
How have you been, Jet?
Well, since we last met, I've started my own band of mercs. We've actually made... Oh, yeah! On a slightly different note, I finally took care of Masaira. Not much to write home about. It was just another day. Found his hideout. Dragged him out of his cozy little... He tried to talk me into seeing his point of view, as usual. But I'm way past that by now. There was nothing he could say to save his life. What about you guys? Bet you'd forgotten all about me and Ben.
Of course not! We're super duper best...
Wow. Sounds like I should make time to visit some other nations too.
Oh, right. Paimon almost forgot.
Oh, that bottle?
Yeah! We need her power to calm the... Here's hoping we actually manage to find her. After all the trouble we've been... Let's see. She should be around here. Aha! Found her! Lillipore!
What a long dream that was. It's been a while, my master. Oh, and you're here too, little wildcat. The four of us back together again. After we last parted ways, I merged with the land beneath Gurabad to suppress the dark calamities stirring in the depth. It rekindled the flame of vengeance within the Jinn, depriving Gurabad of any hope of peace. I fought against it for a long, long time. Until one day, Once satisfied that that dark power could no longer bewitch the Jinn, I too fell into a deep Why have you returned to Gurabad, my master? And why is my sand-swept homeland in disarray once—
Well, basically, Sumeru's in danger and a lot of our friends are affected. Some bad guys We managed to chase off the culprits, but we have no idea how to—
Child's play. I shall quell the Jinn and scatter the storm.
Thank you, Lilupa.
No need to thank me, my master. I have granted many wishes in my time, and this was the most trivial of them all.
The sandstorm's gone. When I said that we'd meet again under a lovelier sun, this was
Yay! Although, honestly, Paimon would love to hang out with you more, even if the weather sucks. Well, there shouldn't be any more Jinn breaking out, right? Are we okay to head back?
Sounds good. You can introduce us to your other friends.
Another...
The storms have stopped! We should be able to get to the Temple of Silence without any problems now. Time to regroup!
So, this is the Temple of Silence. I've heard the Nagarjanites mention it in passing, but I never imagined—
I thought the temple moved to the rainforest ages ago. When did they scamper back into the desert?
I don't know. This plan—
Even in King Deshret's day, this was experimental technology.
Well, unless you know of another viable alternative for the Akasha terminal.
The plan is sound, and the risks are manageable. Now, the scale of this project is enormous. Even with Kaveh, Faruzan, and every other—
You're back. Everything all right? And—
Friends of yours?
Pretty much everyone in the Temple of Silence is. This guy's Kaveh, and the one next to him is Alhaitham.
Hello, I'm Jet, and this is Lilupar.
Oh.
Pleased to meet you. A friend of a friend is a
Who's they?
Huh? Do people not say that? Pleased to meet you. A friend of a friend is a friend of mine, as they say.
Not in the desert. Friends you can trust, but friends of friends? Gotta keep an eye on. Still, I do trust the Traveler's judgment.
The sandstorms have calmed down. I take it the Gurabad problem is resolved.
And after getting all smarmy with us, he trapped us there. Luckily, Jet used the mechanism—
Wow. Thanks for being there.
So, this mystery man openly admitted that he was merely a harbinger.
Yeah? Is it—
I assume you are naive. Well deduced.
Are you wondering about his true identity? Or do you think there's a—
I wouldn't go as far as to call it a conspiracy. Just the simple fact that having someone to shift the blame on tends to prove useful, should trouble come knocking later. The most important thing for now is to solve the immediate problem. Perhaps that man knew you wouldn't have the resources to investigate.
This is all getting a little cryptic for me. I'll let you guys talk while I take a walk with Lilupar.
Jet?
Aren't you with the Blazing Beasts? What a coincidence.
We're mercs. You can run into us anywhere.
So, Did you find the solution you were looking for in the
You bet we did. This place is So far, we've discussed a plan and verified its feasibility. Building a new system from scratch is out of the question. So our only option is to modify the Akasha using certain resources
According to certain sources in the Temple of Silence, there is a core device in King Deshret's mausoleum known as Aru. Little is known about this device in academic circles, which if these sources prove correct, the energy contained within Aru may be sufficient. However, this raises difficult questions regarding technological integration. The sages are still debating it.
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll reach a compromise once they've argued it. The people of the rainforest are always cautious when it comes to desert technology. But times of crisis like this...
Wait, is this the same Aru we've heard of before? It's sealed off, right? Some sort of prison where the Goat King, Ibis King...
Well remembered. Yeah, according to our records, Aru was the most brilliant creation King Deshret ever conceived of. Built by divine and mortal artisans, working together. It was a miraculous accomplishment. That being said, what Aru actually does and why it was built, those are deep secrets we are not privy to. Until recently, I wouldn't have been optimistic that the place even exists. The only reason I'm inclined to believe it now is because we heard it from the Ibis King Thoth himself.
Paimon totally gets that. When Paimon first heard about it, do you guys still remember that? The Ibis King told us they were trapped.
I think I remember. What causes our rise and fall, what obliterates love and hate, and what determines truth and falsehood. Those were...
Yeah. If only Nefer were here. She's dealt with the Ibis King before, so she might know more.
Not cry. Funny.
Huh?
Yeah. Had another lady with her too. Both said they knew you. They contacted the sages, claiming they might be able to...
Really? Yes, really. It was just before you got back. One of them said she's made Nod cry her home. If she's...
Looks like betting on Aru was the...
See? They're right over...
Nicole! Nefer!
Why, hello! We're here to help. It's a good thing we left early. We almost got locked out.
Locked out?
Oh, you haven't heard? An invisible barrier. No one can leave and no one can enter.
Are the Fatui behind?
Actually, no. This has nothing to do with them. I suspect it's a defense mechanism within Irminsul. Irminsul is the source of Teyvat's ley lines after... I imagine this function was put in place to seal the entire region off in the event of serious damage. Preventing...
But doesn't that mean that the people here won't be able to escape to other nations?
Currently, that does appear to be the case, which is precisely why I am here. This is a critical moment for the world.
Paimon's surprised you managed to convince her to come back to Sumeru.
Indeed. Even for someone of my wisdom and eloquence, this tested my skills to the limit.
And why should it concern me that Sumeru's in trouble?
Judging by your tone, I suppose you don't?
Sounds like you don't know much about my past.
And all I know is that the Ibis King is the source of your power. He was quite a prominent... As for your past, I have ways to learn the full story if I wish to. But everyone has secrets.
I'm glad you see it that way, Miss. I've chosen to call Nodcry home, which is why I did my part in its hour of need. That doesn't mean world savings become a habit with me. I have no particular desire.
I understand. Human emotions do not appear and disappear without cause. There is always a reason to be found behind both salvation. Still, if time has taught me anything, it's that human emotions are often complex and but that's where we angels come in. Our duty ultimately is... So I wish to hear about your past, because I do not believe you are motivated by hatred alone. And if we still arrive at different conclusions...
I refuse.
Wait, what? But I set the atmosphere and everything.
Is it? Maybe I'm not so good at reading the atmosphere. You're right, Nicole. There's more to me than just hatred, but I don't think that your guidance can change my mind. The all-consuming sands, the bloodshed, both deserved and
Do you wish to shake them off?
No. I hope to remember them forever. Those emotions.
In that case...
Sure. It's not every day you get to hear an angel's...
A long, long time ago, when the angels still walked free, monotonous work, lukewarm relationships, things weren't nearly as interesting as they are now. And yet, since the angel's demise, I have found human emotions are often attached to a person, a place, or an object. When those things are gone, if Sumeru were destroyed, both rainforest and desert would be no more. With the object, both love and hate are intense emotions, but they are nothing compared to...
Most sophisticated, Miss Nicole. But anyone focused on the future could only ever applaud the destruction of the things they hate. Still, I'm a special case. Someone once told me that human memory is more selective than a Mora-hungry merchant choosing between customers. As much as I dislike Sumeru, this is no way for it to perish.
How much will you need? You're not gonna milk this for all... I'll be upfront with you. I don't have much more on me. If that's what you need, I could borrow some from Alice. Or...
Just cover my travel expenses.
Huh? Is that all?
That's all. Given all the people I owe favors to, I can just about justify a trip to Sumeru. Yehoda!
Here, boss! What do you need?
I'm going back to Sumeru for a while I'm away.
Me? I'm in charge? Whoa! Don't worry, boss. You can count on me!
And that was how the ingenious Angel Nicole brought you the perfect person for the job in your hour of need.
That was far more detailed than necessary. Not lacking in embellishment either. I never thought I'd return. Especially not the desert. But life doesn't always go as planned, I suppose. What's Candace up to? I don't think...
She is still taking care of things in our village. Should be joining us before too long. Oh, and sorry. Hope we're not interrupting anything.
We're planning to go to the mausoleum of King Deshret to look for the legend.
According to records in the Temple of Silence, the mausoleum houses something called Aru's Chute, which can be used to establish connection with Aru.
We still have some time before we leave, so there's no rush.
By the way, who are these two new
Just call me Nefer. I'm based in Nodcry. Did I hear you?
Correct.
Well, I happen to have a connection with one of the 3 retainers imprisoned inside.
That sounds perfect.
Miss Nefer, are you from the desert?
Why do you ask?
I don't know. There's a familiar air about you. Plus, you mentioned Candace. I'm Dia, an Eremite mercenary. My work usually keeps me out in the desert.
I'm on good terms with Dory, and she's mentioned you all before. It's nice to finally put faces to the names. However, my associate here is probably less well acquainted with you. Why don't you all introduce yourself?
Actually, I'm a little better acquainted than you might think.
Huh. Are my eyes playing
Ventriloquism. I have heard tell of it before.
What is it, Kale?
It's you! You're the voice who's been speaking. You encouraged me to report my dreams to the Dendro Archon.
I have many titles, but let's go with the most pertinent one. I am Nicole Rain, an angel who has lived since ancient time.
An angel? Sounds like a big deal, but,
Well, we're a rather long-living race of beings. Not gods, technically, but we can still tell you a lot of—
Yep! And she's also an amazing sculptor!
You could say she's a real creator.
Well, ma'am, if both the Traveler and Paimon give you rave reviews, you must be pretty—
Oh, please don't call me ma'am. I find it so awkward. Just relax and be yourself.
Miss Nicole? If it's okay.
Yes, you may. I can see your heart is filled with— I also know which questions you want to ask me. Why did you dream of Sumeru City in disarray? Why did those verses soothe the Jinn only when recited by you? I can guide you to the truth, but it involves a personal secret of yours. I'd prefer to speak with you alone. I thought we were going to speak alone. This is a lot—
What's wrong with it? Even the doctors at Dar al-Shifa allow patients to be accompanied by family members.
Well, if Kale doesn't mind her secret being—
Thanks for being so considerate, Miss Nicole. I don't know what secret—
closest friends? It's so nice to hear that.
All right. In that— Kale, are you aware that there are god remains?
I am. When I was young, I got sick without— The Fatui convinced my mom and dad that they could help. And there were a lot of other kids just like me there. This creepy guy injected us. I can still remember the pain like it was yesterday. But thanks to the friends who've stuck by me anyway. So, you're sick?
Yes. Those were the remains of Nabu Malikata, the god—
What? Huh. Fascinating.
You don't seem surprised like the rest of—
The possibility crossed my mind when Kale recited the Goddess of Flowers song and calmed the Jinn.
You made Paimon jump! What are you doing here?
I was merely passing through when I heard the name of the Goddess of Flowers. Be assured that I share your surprise. You, with the hat. Are you certain? I sense no trace—
Well, it is a very small fragment. Unless special methods are used to manifest its power, even her closest acquaintances would find it near impossible. After the goddess passed away, her remains were scattered across the desert. King Deshret gathered all the pieces he could find. Eventually, the Fatui must have found a way to track some of them down. Presumably for use in some experiment. It's not an uncommon— You're more shaken than I thought. In one sense, you've been extraordinarily lucky. So many people who yearn for this kind of—
I don't know what to say. I'm glad that I could help everyone with this power.
Well, people value their autonomy very highly. Even a well-intentioned intruder can shake one's sense.
I understand how you feel, Kale. But once you get used...
Huh. I guess you, of all people, have a good reason to speak on this.
2 good reasons, in fact. Incidentally, 3 is the maximum number of Hermanubis's Ba fragments that I could bear.
Let me guess. Because 2's company, but 3's a crowd?
Thanks for helping to explain the joke, Tainari.
Not my intention.
Goddess preserve me. I should take my leave. This boy in his wolf's head hat speaks much too differently from the Hermanubis I remember.
Kale, all I'm trying to say is, no matter how many Hermanubis fragments there are within me, you wouldn't think of me as Hermanubis. In the same way...
Yeah, I know it. So about that dream I had.
Yes. Just like me, she was an angel created by the Prime. Though her body and soul have perished, her essence retains its natural instincts. Even her smallest remaining fragments would do their up. The mother of dreams? Lord of flowers and oases? She must have had a premonition.
But I still don't understand.
Yes. Why indeed? You weren't the only one injected with God remains. I suspect it may be because of the firm will you showed in the face of suffering. She was likely assimilated by that will. Of course, this doesn't mean you have to shoulder any extra responsibility. All right. Any further questions from the family members of the patient?
Let's move out.
We all hope it'll work. But will we really be able to open Aru? And even if all 7...
Haven't you handled other big projects?
I mean, the biggest project I've worked on to date is probably the Palace of Alcazar Zarea.
Look on the bright side. At least this time you're actually here when Sumeru needs you most. You won't have to come asking me for details after the fact.
Mock me all you want. But now that I'm here, things will be resolved far more quickly and...
Kave's self-doubt disappeared in an instant.
Well, this confidence is most gladdening. Now, go and pack your things. We'll head to the mausoleum as soon...
Oh, Miss Nicole. I heard you...
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't want to blow my own trumpet.
Honestly, even though Ksharoar is best known for its focus on mechanics, plenty of Ksharoar scholars are quite serious about sculpting as a... So if they rate your work, that's enough for us.
Who's we?
Myself and a few other scholars. Kashif!
Oh, well, if you insist...
Whoa!
Look at the level of detail. The squirrel descends from the heavens like a champion.
Kaveh? Kaveh, come here for a sec. Oh, and Madame Farouk.
All right, but hang on a moment. I have to...
You called?
This squirrel statue.
Oh, a squirrel. I wouldn't say cute per se. The realism is what stands out to me. Were you trying to carve a statue of a hero, young lady?
Oh, a hero? I suppose so. Actually, I didn't really have a specific...
I see. Well, do you tend to read novels about heroes and...
As a matter of fact, I do quite enjoy those.
Then perhaps this statue represents the heroic tale you long to see deep down inside. Also on the subject of heroism, I feel that if the subject posed with a finger raised towards the heavens, it would lend a great... I'm sure some would call it cliché or old-fashioned, but not me. I think it would be a perfect fit. Kaveh!
Sorry, Madame Faruzan, I'm a little busy right now.
What a pity. That young man has excellent aesthetic tastes. I was
What a genius idea! Why didn't I think of that? Classical beauty is a great direction to explore. That's it. Once I get back, I'm going to sculpt a heroic squirrel pointing its finger.
Precisely. A declaration of... Then place the two statues face...
Yes! That's it.
It'll be a masterpiece, Miss...
Just call me Nicole.
What? Oh, no. That...
Why ever not? Madam is a state of mind cultivated from within. Anyone may call me Madam. My dear Miss Nicole, once we make it through these trying times, should we have the pleasure of meeting again, I shall look... In this day of age, it's rare to find people with an appreciation for classical aesthetics. Meeting you was truly a pleasant...
Honestly, I feel the same way. It's been a long time since I met anyone interested in this style of statue. Also, I have to say, you're a very good judge of character. Because when I think about it, I really am someone who likes stories about heroes.
Sorry, keeping watch over heroes?
Never mind.
Let's not tell Madame Faruzan about Miss Nicole's true identity for now.
Good idea. Let's limit the conversation to aesthetics.
I hope everyone's ready. We'll be arriving at our destination very shortly.
Why, we've not seen so many visitors ever, really. What? Closer inspection reveals many familiar faces. To what do we dusty...
You surmise correctly. We are here to carry out a rather enormous...
Oh, enormous, you say? How large? Why, you've even put a smile on Goatee and Crocco's faces. All this activity is making for quite the special day. I know that laugh. Lilipar? What on...
Oh, this is hilarious. Turns out good things really do come to those who wait. As long as you stay alive long enough. When did you three get locked up in here? And still you act all high and mighty, putting on...
Why, you... Yes, I know. No need to shout. You're right, Lilipar. Goatee, Crocco, and I all... But didn't King Deshret seal you away? How did you...
Who knows? Perhaps you can ask my master one day, should you... Behold, the executioners of old. Some have turned into fragments residing in human bodies, and others are imprisoned eternally, leaving not a single shard behind. It's almost tragic, watching lowly prisoners like you act all self-important. Curiosity gnaws at you, doesn't it? Your interest in the outside world threatens to burst you at the seams.
I'm starting to take a liking to this magic bottle lady.
Time is of the essence. We come to you, O three ancient lords, to request your assistance on behalf of the Academia. If we can help you regain your freedom, then as for precisely what we need your help with, it's a long story.
All right, stop arguing, Crocco. And Goatee, don't you start. What's the harm in letting her speak? It's not worth getting so angry about. Forget about her. The 3 questions. But do you really have a way to answer them? You once answered the final question, Nefer, but the seal did not open. Unless, with the passage of time...
You could say so. When you first asked me what determines truth and falsehood, my answer was a liar's soul. Liars are the best at seeing through the falsehoods of the world. But if you want them to tell you the truth...
I think that makes sense.
I found it quite compelling myself, and I told Nefer so. Unfortunately, it brought us no...
Well, that's simply because it was my answer, not the one King Deshret was looking for.
Can you guess which answer Al-Ahmar wanted then?
Time. And that's not only the answer to the final question. All things wax and wane with the passage of time. Love and hate eventually fade into nothing. Current affairs are always fraught with conflict and controversy. Only time can distinguish between... You once described King Deshret as a proud man. I'd say that the prouder someone is, the more inclined they are to believe that only time is qualified to be their judge.
Time. Indeed. Perhaps in building Aru, our king was in fact attempting to reverse time, to bring love and hate, right and wrong, the rise and fall of... This is the most eventful day I have experienced in a...
Are those 3 of the 7?
Turns out the statues were quite faithful to the source.
You 3 seem to be in good spirits.
Prison can help a person grow and learn to cherish what they have. Nevertheless, after everything you've done for me, I sincerely hope you... Hello, Nefer.
It's good to see you, Thoth, the Ibis King.
Nice. Definitely puts my mind at ease. Seeing you two getting along so well.
Should we maybe introduce ourselves?
Sure. I'm Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. This is General Mahamatra Sino. And this is the former Spantamat sage, Cyrus.
Everything is equally new to us, in truth. We've been gone from this mortal world.
Let's hold off on the introductions for now. We can always ask Nefer about you later. It'll give me something to talk about with my chosen disciple.
You're like a helpless parent. Gods and people of yore are not necessarily welcome in today's world. Self-awareness is one of my finest qualities. I thought I ought to share its fruits with you.
Is that so? Well, I think we'll take it in stride, just as we did with the 3 questions. Let's not forget, it was my persistence that won you.
Fair point.
And I must praise you for your wisdom.
I'm sorry?
Why, your tremendous accomplishments deserve a reward, do they not? You must let us do...
General Ma...
I won't beat around the bush. Sumeru is facing a crisis the like...
Every calamity throughout the ages has been connected to us in one way or another. Whether we were its cause or consequence.
Whatever is wrong with Irminsul, it severely affected the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Dragon? I'm sorry, the...
Not a Pep, surely. Not vicious, cruel, a Pep who possesses no...
I shudder to think what could have caused Lesser Lord Kusanali to suffer such a plight. Still, why would the Dendro...
You can help us make history.
A smooth talker. Well said, lad.
Currently, no one can connect to Irminsul. We hope that by opening up Aru and making some modifications to it...
Unfortunately, Aru is an imperfect creation. King Deshret never managed to realize his full vision before his death. Much remains to be done if it is to be pitted against Irmin. Besides, I hear your reasons, but to give Aru up over such would be...
The archaeological records clearly indicate that although Aru's construction took a long time, it was not beyond human means to achieve. Modern technology should solve the efficiency issues. We have
This is by no means a threat. But the only reason we helped you escape from Aru was to gain the necessary leverage to negotiate with you. You asked us to state our wishes, and we have. Each one of us here needs your help. as do all the thousands of people living in Sumer.
What do we think, my fellow old fogies? Shall we lend up?
Since you ask so nicely.
Naturally what? Are you for or against?
I simply mean we shall do what comes naturally. You claim that you wish to open Aru. Know you then that the golden slumber created by King Deshret is preserved within?
We do. We understand.
In all likelihood, the mortal world will never again be able to replicate King Deshret's work. Never will there be another chance to come so close to...
We are sure. Before people can dream, they...
If your minds are made up, very well. Saint Shezepank, Saint Bennu. Once you surrendered to silence and were buried with King Deshret. But...
Saint Bennu, responding to your call. 3 kings detected.
Saint Shezepank, responding to your call. 3 kings detected.
Ah, Lord Herreshoff. What a long time it has been.
Then your trust in my well-being has long outlived your physical body. You have always opened with that same phrase. In life...
Al-Akhmar is long gone. What is the reason for...
You're awake? Good. We are voting on whether to give the people of present-day Sumeru access to Aru and permit them to perform technological renovations. You have the right to support or oppose.
Aru is the pride of Al-Akhmar. Opening Aru requires the unanimous consent of the 7 pillars.
Sumeru is currently in the midst of a major calamity. Let us not forget that while Al-Akhmar was a stern ruler, he was a god without his people shall cease to exist, and King Deshret's greatest wish was to provide protection for his people. Let us then honor our God King's wishes as we consider our...
I do not mean to mock these proceedings, but what is the point of a unanimous vote when we know that the last of the 7 pillars, the Dendro Dragon
This will no doubt surprise your mechanical mind, and I have no intention of trying to persuade you it is...
Huh? Can someone attest to this?
I ask the 3 kings.
Naturally, the Ibis King.
What?
It was Thoth's disciples who revealed the truth to us. We need not debate its veracity.
Herreshoff, you diabolic...
I awakened our former colleagues for you, supported your opinion, and backed your decision.
I miss the days when Hermanubis was still around. At times like this, he would offer to...
What are you trying to say? Is my word worth less to you than Hermanubis?
Hypocrite though you are, Lord Thoth, you are humorous in equal measure. How could we bear not to associate with a character such as you? I, Saint Shezepank...
Since King Deshret is no more, we shall receive no reprimand for acting beyond our remit. Nevertheless, remember, the moment that Aru is liberated, the myriad souls residing within the Golden Slumber will return to the Layla. To take this step is to bring the perfect afterlife created by our king.
We understand that well, and we have decided to proceed regardless. Furthermore, the contemporary human perspective would contend that confining souls in this way is no act of benevolence.
King Deshret's creation is clearly a place of rest and peace.
Hermanubis' representative and the Dendro Dragon Apep made their choice ahead of time, while the Goat King, Ibis King, and Crocodile King have, by the grace of His Majesty, guided by his wisdom and will, let the gates of Ab...
What's this? Are we under attack? No.
Here you are, through the sands of time.
Father.
It's Jet's father, Jibriel! That's right! He entered the Golden Slumber, didn't he?
I smell blood and sand on you. You've grown. Strong as a wild beast.
You have to leave, don't you? Please.
This meeting is a blessing from the gods. My soul, once imprisoned along with that of Samael, is finally free. That the dead should meet the living is itself a miracle. One brief, precious moment is enough. Enough to set my heart at ease. Do not weep for me, Jet. I know you will accomplish many great things in your life. You will go further and climb higher than I ever did. All I ask is that you take good care of...
Father.
Hey, Jet. Do you want something to eat?
I'm fine. Thanks, Paimon. It was just a little sudden. The chance to see my father again meant the world to me. He was trapped in the Golden Slumber for our sake. And now, after all this time, he can finally...
You've grown strong, Jet.
Yeah. I'll leave the past in my memory where it belongs. My family, the good times, and goodbye, Father.
Ah, me, what a touching reunion that was.
It's we three retainers, once imprisoned for our iniquity, are surely the least qualified to judge whether this deed is good or bad. Either way, Aru. Although Aru was created by a god, human craftsmanship was nevertheless required to build the gate that connects.
As for your proposed renovations, we cannot determine which functions to keep or discard. Proceed as you see fit, but please entrust the task to your most accomplished scholars, or Bennu will be most...
It matters not. The Ibis King shall be accountable if any problems arise. Ibis, you chose to take on disciples, and so it follows that you must accept the risks of associate...
If I'd known you'd be like this, I would have locked all of you away in Aru, never to leave again for all...
All of us? What does this have to do with me?
Vilify me no further. Scholars, since you have liberated Aru, using Aru's power, we shall install a defense mechanism at our king's mausoleum. You must be guarded even against Ermin's unseen and unheard. From this moment forth...
Amazing. And all this is achieved just with the...
With technology from the heavens, the possibilities are endless. Just because King Deshret did not use it for this purpose does not mean that it cannot be done.
All right. Well, that resolves the issue of confidentiality. What about the technical side? Do we have the manpower?
Why, yes. I've already contacted them.
You must be the ones tasked by the Academia with renovating Aru?
That's right. Good afternoon. I'm Kaveh, and these two are Termezi and Naisaburi.
We've met before. This is Thoth, the Ibis King, and everyone knows these two. Afternoon, gentlemen.
I've only ever seen these two in murals!
Ah, the paintings in the temple. They show us chatting, playing cards, playing chess.
No, only you enjoy playing chess.
I wouldn't go that far.
Back to the matter at hand. A preliminary assessment by the Academia indicates that this project requires expertise in various disciplines, including the deciphering of ancient texts, mechanical engineering. The most capable minds in their respective fields are here before you. If there are no...
The artisans who built Aru for Al-Ahmar gave their very lives to create this splendid work.
I didn't know that. We'll do our best, of course, but we certainly won't be sacrificed.
Such brazen words. Humans these days are...
No, that's not what he meant. Please, don't mind him. He shares your sentiments, just not your, penchant for hyperbole. Assuming that's what you were going for?
I just think it's important to manage expectation.
Forgive my lack of courtesy, but we simply can't sacrifice our lives to the gods on completion of the project like people in the legends. Here's a first draft of the project proposal for your perusal. Please let us know if you have any requests. Normally, I'd have made it look a lot more visually appealing, but we were really pressed for time on this occasion.
Naturally.
If my fellow ministers deem this meager display of respect sufficient, I suppose I...
Why are you so preoccupied with the ostentatious displays of respect to Al-Ahmar? We should be trying to make things easy for them. You never know. We might have to rely on these young people to look after us in our old age.
Exactly.
This is Aru's mainframe. Be reminded to use it with...
We certainly will. Thank you for...
You may attempt to lay out punishment should you so desire, though I'm afraid it would be futile. You and I both know that certain components of Aru can only be operated by humans.
King Deshret always believed in humanity. Still, the reason that Aru's modules are...
Is that true? No wonder human artisans helped to build Aru then.
Naturally.
Have you noticed that the Goat King keeps giving superficial responses? It's like he's just going through the motions and leaving the real debate to his colleagues.
He understands the art of perfunctory speech. That's what earned him his position as the Minister of Ministers. It seems the rumors about King Deshret being a poor judge of character are baseless after all.
Excuse me for being blunt, but it sounds suspiciously like you're putting yourself on a pedestal and mocking me.
You're mistaken. And while there's nothing strictly wrong with making every conversation about yourself, it's not exactly a positive...
You? Whatever. I knew it'd be like this working with you. All right, let me past. I need to look at this console.
It's your job to activate it after all. Everyone, please proceed with the external checks and preparations as...
Hello there, youngsters.
Whoa, the Ibis King came to life.
What do you mean, came to life? I've been...
You did say we could start our research, right?
I've reviewed the proposal. The work you're planning to carry out on this grand...
I wouldn't say I'm feeling hugely confident. But given how bad things are, I'd rather at least try something than sit around waiting to die.
You are the top scholars of your day. I trust you are aware that there are countless links...
Aru and the Akasha? I thought the Akasha was the Academia's greatest technological
And you too?
You've read the instruction manual, right?
An instruction manual? The Akasha has an instruction manual? The Dendroarchon is a kind and thoughtful...
It used to sit on a shelf in the corner at the House of Dana. Not the most popular read. If the manual is to be believed, Aru was in fact the original inspiration for the Akasha system.
What? But there are so few records about Aru...
But this is something you could not possibly have known. You may have heard many stories about the desert, but what is the most important aspect of history? Consider this a quiz. Anyone from Vahumana present?
I'm from Vahumana. It's, well, veracity.
Precisely. And a large part of veracity is the chronological order in which events occur. I may as well tell you. In the beginning, Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers, descended upon Sumeru. The glory of the heaven was within her. She brought life, oases, and knowledge. Then she created the Jinn, enlightened them, and ordered them to serve her. 2 other gods also walked upon this land where wisdom flowed in abundance, and the 3 met beneath the great green trees. It was the first and greatest alliance. We should speak with reverence of this covenant between the three, which transcended both time and life. For all the great changes in Sumeru's history began with the goddess of flowers. For King Deshret's sake, she pried into the secrets of Celestia, and for this was burned to ashes by the flames of wrath. So grieved was King Deshret by her passing that he lost all interest in state affairs and devoted himself instead to the knowledge that she had brought back. It was after learning of the technology from that floating island in the sky that he first conceived of Aru. And so, the Akasha was inspired by Aru, while the basis for Aru itself came from Celestia's technology.
Well, if the two share a common technological origin, then connecting one...
Unbelievable. Have you no reverence at all for Celestial?
No, I do, but there's no time for that. The schedule is too tight. Blame it on the deadline.
Perhaps you could try coming up with our cutoff dates.
You know what it's like having to turn around 5 different drafts in one day? I wouldn't wish it on my worst end.
Yeah, also, Sir Ibis King, you don't plan on getting directly involved at all, do you?
Yes, well, you strike us more as having come to give a popular science lecture. Or, wait, does this count as more of a first-hand witness?
Neither. Anyway, this sounds like far too much work for me.
Still, if Aru is so powerful, why didn't King Deshret...
Because it was never fully completed. King Deshret had grand plans, but he perished. In the beginning, his wish was to create something that could rival the very world. What he desired, she bestowed. And thus was knowledge brought into the world. Her courage and sacrifice, and that monument, built from knowledge and technology. At that time, King Deshret, since we share an eternal covenant, I shall never be your enemy. Hence, the fruits of wisdom from the heavens. Remember, in the end, Aru was only you.
So the point you're making is, you could see this as an act of...
This explains why Aru was both a prison and a monument. And why the...
You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all manner of misfortune. This is as true for... Love is the same. All right, let us pause the story here for now. Who's in charge again?
Ah, yes, me and him.
Now then, Chloe... Wisdom hides in the space between the tangible and the intangible. It is by the power of King Deshret I shall grant...
Where did this come from?
It looks more like some form of externalized information. You've rendered it visible?
Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge, the power of our king permits one to perceive ingenuities that do... This is no ordinary mechanism. Whether you choose to increase or decrease...
Looks mechanical to me.
Turn around.
So that's where the elevator is.
Let's dance!
Another
Up and away!
Such a fraud. I got careless. That freeze. That tingle. Freeze. The wrong test subject. Pick the wrong test subject. Pick the wrong test subject.
Let me amuse myself a little. Over here!
No escape.
Shine. Bye. Oh, hi.
Prepare yourself. Can't run from death.
Up and away!
Freeze! Fry! Fry!
Let the show begin.
Pick the wrong test. I got careless. Pick the wrong test. I got careless.
Here to play with me. Let me amuse myself. Let's dance.
No escape.
Blink. The more, the merrier.
Prepare yourself.
Let me amuse myself. Look at me. Just once.
So soon.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.